We're at the dawn of a revolution in tumble drying. Most of us have condenser or vented dryers, which use technology that hasn't changed much in decades. But there's now a new type of dryer to consider, one that uses heat pump technology.
They claim to be greener and cheaper to run by operating at a lower temperature. Indeed, one manufacturer claims they can save you up to £6,000 in lifetime running costs.
Rather than making lots of heat, which costs a bomb in electricity, heat pump dryers cleverly recycle heat from the air, while still being better at sucking moisture out of clothes. Some countries are soon banning the sale of old-fashioned dryers, and heat pumps will be the only option.
So, we all may need to opt for a heat pump model when buying our next dryer. But how much do you need to spend?
I'm comparing two models from either end of the price scale to find out. My premium pick is this Bosch Series 4, which will set you back £549. My budget pick is from Hoover. The H-Dry 300 is £200 cheaper, costing £349.
Both machines have an 8-kilo capacity, which should be ideal for the average family.
To test them, I need laundry. So I've come to a B&B near Market Harborough, where owner Mandy needs to dry big loads of towels and bedding on a daily basis.
Mandy, great to meet you. What do you look for in a tumble dryer?
Well, I do a lot of washing, so the amount of time it takes is the most important thing for me. And energy-wise, as a small business, you're always looking to save money, so I need to see which is going to be the most cost-effective for me to use.
So Mandy's priorities are the same as many of ours, and we'll start by testing them both with a typical large load.
The Hoover one seems nice and solid.
6 kilograms of damp towels and bedding.
Both have a digital display, which is interesting.
That's been washed and spun in the same machine, so we know both dryers are starting with equally damp laundry.
Let's get loading, John.
For this test, we're setting each machine to its cupboard dry mode, which should fully dry loads so they're ready to be put away. I'm measuring the electricity used by each machine too.
We're off.
Hey, very good.
To understand how the heat pump dryers compare to machines many of us already own, I'm also running the same test with Mandy's vented machine.
And off we go.
All the dryers have sensors that should stop the machines once their loads are dry enough, with timers saying how long's left. The sensors should help avoid wasting electricity and money on drying laundry for too long, and help reduce wear and tear on the machine and your washing. The premium Bosch takes 2 hours and 1 minute, and the Hoover seems a long way behind.
The Hoover's still showing 1 hour 10 to go.
The timer doesn't seem consistent, but after some mixed messages...
The Hoover's just gone down to a minute.
The budget Hoover finishes in 2 hours and 8 minutes.
It's just finished.
Amanda's traditional dryer proved quicker than both, though, at 1 hour 40. So, how does the laundry compare?
The Bosch is pretty much as dry as my vented dryer dries it, whereas the Hoover one is still a little bit damp. I think this would be, I would describe as iron dry.
Right.
Whereas the Bosch seems to be properly cupboard dry.
So, of the new heat pump dryers, Mandy prefers the premium Bosch. But how much did each cost in electricity?
They're both quite similar. It was 28p for the Bosch.
Right.
And 29p for the Hoover. That compares with 50p for your vented
For
dryer.
my vented dryer, yeah,
Yes,
which is
was a bit
quite
quicker.
considerable.
The Bosch beats the budget Hoover again. If you washed a similar load 4 times a week for a year, the savings would quickly add up. To the nearest pound, the premium Bosch would cost £58, the budget Hoover £60, and Mandy's traditional dryer £104.
That's quite a considerable saving for
Yes.
a year, and especially as I personally use my machine a lot more than 4 times a week.
Yes.
So it would be even more of a saving for me.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
definitely something that I should be considering.
Next, a lighter load of clothes.
This is more representative of a midweek family wash.
This can be tricky for dryers, as the sensors can struggle to tell when they're dry, as there's less moisture overall. We're using each machine's iron dry setting, which should leave the clothes slightly damp so they can be ironed easily. After a 22-minute cup-up,
Gosh, I like the way you've got a colour-coordinated tea cozy.
Mandy's traditional vented machine is fastest again, costing 10p. The Bosch heat pump dryer takes a minute longer, but costs half as much at 5p. But the budget Hoover, despite drying the same sized load, carries on drying. 10 minutes become 30, which becomes an hour, until in the end it throws in the towel. Well, the jumper.
The Hoover took 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Which is a bit excessive.
And consumed 26p in electricity, which is quite a lot more on both counts.
The budget Hoover's washing seems too dry as well.
These are quite toasty, actually.
So these are very dry.
So it didn't stop drying when the clothes were ironed dry in the same way the others managed.
One extreme to the other.
A disappointing result, which means the budget Hoover has wasted time and money. The traditional dryer has proved faster and worked reliably all day. But when it comes to energy use, the £549 Bosch dryer is the clear winner. And it's been more consistent than the £349 Hoover.
Which one out of these two do you think offers best value for money, bearing in mind the Bosch does cost £200 more than the Hoover?
Well, for me, John, I think I would go for the Bosch. The Hoover one didn't completely dry that first load to what I would consider cupboard dry. And the second load on iron dry, I think it's over-dried it a little bit.
I agree with you. I think the Bosch is better value for money.